Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you from Iowa. And I'm so glad you're here. So grab a cup of coffee or a beverage of your choice, and let's do a little crafting today. Today is Tuesday, October the 15th of 2024, and this is week 2 of my 3-week series on Christmas cards. If you missed week 1, I'll try to add that at the end, so at the end of this video, so you can go back up and watch week 1 if you missed that. I am using the same stamp set for all 3 weeks of my Christmas card series, and I'm using Peaceful Evergreens. So each week for 3 weeks, I will be showing you some Christmas cards that you can make using this beautiful stamp set, Peaceful Evergreens. It comes with dies, comes with an embossing folder, or you can get each of those separately. And today I will be using the 3D embossing folder that goes with Peaceful Evergreens when I make today's card. All of these cards are quick and easy because I'm thinking that you probably want to make multiples of Christmas cards, right? We often do. We send out, 25, 40, 50, 100. Maybe some of you even send out more. I don't know. But you need multiples. So all of my Christmas cards will be quick and easy so you can recreate them. And I hope that you will. Before we get started, as I mentioned, this is October 2024, and Stampin' Up! Has a kit sale going on right now. You can save up to 30% on kits. Kits are great because they have everything included that you need to make beautiful projects. They have the ink spot. If it's a stamping one, they'll have the stamp set. They'll have, pre-cut pieces, envelopes, just everything that you need. So they're great not only for you to make, especially if you're going to travel, but also to give as gifts. And the holiday season's right around the corner. So this is a great time to pick up some kits as gifts for those of you on your list that like to craft. All right. The other two other things, Stampin' Up! Also has a wonderful joining offer right now for the month of October. It runs the entire month. And of course, I would love for you to join the Rustic Barn Stampers. We call it a starter kit. If you'd like to join the Stampin' Up! Community, you pay $99. You get free shipping on your starter kit, although you do pay tax. And you can choose $155 a product. Now, right now, for me as a demonstrator, we are in a pre-order. So we can order new items a month early, and there's going to be some new online exclusives in November for everyone. But right now, as a demonstrator, I'm able to pre-order those now. You can also add those to your starter kit and get those now also. But again, the starter kit promotion runs out the end of October. You can always purchase the starter kit every month, but this is extra goodies in your starter kit. If you would like to talk to me, reach out to me, and I'll have a link about joining my team in the description. And the last thing I promised before we start crafting is I wanted to tell you about my October card club. My October card club is also using the Peaceful Evergreens, and we always make 5 projects in my card club, 4 cards and a 3D. And then you also receive product. It is a subscription, but you can try it for 1 month. And if you don't like it, you can just email me and cancel. It's really, really easy. But why not give it a try? Because everything comes to you. You get product, you get 4 card ideas plus a 3D project idea, and it comes to shipped right to your home. There'll be a link in the description where you can read all the details. I'm not going to take the time to go over all that right now because you're here for some stamping, right? Okay, let me turn the camera down and we will start stamping. Okay, we are actually going to make a simple card today, like I promised, but we are using quite a bit of product. So as I mentioned, we are using Peaceful Evergreens, and I use this on week 1. I'm using it today for week 2, and I will be using this next week for week 3. I'm gonna see if I can adjust my light a little bit better. I felt like I had a shadow. So all right, so we're using the stamp set. We're going to be using the large tree today. I am going to be using this embossing folder, and it is called Painted Trees. So we're going to be using this. We're going to be using the Peaceful Evergreen dies, and you have the dies that will stamp out each of the images, plus you have some extra dies, and we're using this die right here for the largest tree. And we're going to be using Greetings of the Season stamp set. And I've chosen Season's Greetings for our sentiment. And we are going to use Greeting of the Seasons dies. And these are dies, these are label dies. And we are going to use this oval die that goes right here. So those are some of the things we're going to use today. Plus, we just need one ink, and I've chosen Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer, and we're going to get started. If you have the mini catalog, you will find the products on page 24 and 25. If you do not have the mini catalog, reach out to me, and I'd be glad to send you one. So I'm taking a cardstock 8.5 by 11, which is our thick basic white cardstock, because I always like to use the thick for our card bases. And I'm just making one card, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide this at 5.5, so the long side's at the top. And I can make another card out of that half. Then I'm going to turn this to 4.25. I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way, and I'm going to bring in our lighter scoring blade. And so I have our card base. Then I'm bringing in Mossy Meadow cardstock, and we're going to cut this at 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to turn. And this is the layer that we're going to use. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. I will need a scrap of basic white. So I've already cut just a scrap of basic white. Now let me show you the card. Actually, I'm going to show you one card, and then we're going to step it up today. So here's what I started out with. Season's Greeting. And but today we're going to step it up, because as you notice, there isn't a Mossy Meadow layer, and we're going to add that today. And then you can compare and see which you like the best. This stamps, ink, and paper, or step it up a little bit. So let me go ahead and bring our card base in, and we'll go ahead and fold this. Then I like to bring my bone folder in, give it a good crease. And I'll lay that aside, and then we're going to do some stamping. So let me go ahead and bring that scrap of basic white, and I'm bringing in our tree that I've already mounted on a block. And I'm going to bring in our ink. And because this is a rather large stamp, then I like to bring the ink down to the stamp. So and then I'm going to place that down here, and I'm going to hold it, kind of a count of 3, and then straight up. So then I'm going to lay my die over here, and then I'm going to take this oval and we're going to run this through the cut and emboss machine. And then for magic, we already have that finished. Okay, so let me lay this aside, and then I'm going to bring in Season's Greetings. Or Season's Greetings. We're just going to tap, tap. And then we are going to go ahead and stamp this right on our oval die cut. And so do you see where that's kind of blurry? So I am thinking that I probably, that happens when you kind of twist your block a little bit. So let's just try that again. Let's just go ahead and bring in, because sometimes it's easier to go ahead and ink this up and stamp it on your cardstock, although you can often stamp it on the label too. But we're going to do it just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and die cut this out. Be right back. And so there we go. We have our Season's Greeting. We also need basic white layer 5 1/4 by 4. Actually, this is actually 5 by 3 3/4. Remember, our mossy meadow was 5 1/4 by 4. So therefore, this is a tad smaller. So it is 5 by 3 3/4. So it will layer right there on our mossy meadow. We're not quite ready to layer it because we want to do some stamping. And we also are going to be using the embossing folder. So I'm going to lay that aside, and we have a little bit more stamping to do. So I'm going to bring back our tree, and we're going to ink that up again. And I'm going to stamp it full strength, just about right here. Straight down, straight up, and then I am going to go ahead and stamp it off to the side, so with just part of it on the cardstock, so full strength, and then I stamped off a little bit. We're going to go ahead and ink this up again. And I'm going to make it just a little bit higher, and I'm going to stamp full strength. And then I'm going to stamp off, but on my cardstock like that. All right. Now we're going to bring in our Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. And then we are going to place, I'm going to turn it so I can see the Stampin' Up. So normally we will be embossing like this, but I'm going to first get this like I want. So I'm going to lay it in the folder, and then I can close this one. I kind of see where I want things to be. And so I am going to, I think I am going to just use the two on the right hand side. You have 3 trees, so I'm going to use this tall and then this one right here to emboss. So I'm going to kind of lay it like that, and then I'm going to bring in our cut and emboss machine so you can see me do it. I just have plate 1, and I am going to put this folded in so it goes in first. I'm going to grab our gray plate, or plate 4, and then we will just roll this through. Let me get the cut and emboss machine out of the way. And isn't that pretty? So we stamp the trees, and then we have the embossed on the trees. So now I'm going to layer this onto our mossy metal cardstock. So bring in my adhesive. I didn't worry up here in the right-hand corner of having anything embossed because I'm going to be adding my label right there. But of course, you can place it in that embossing folder however you would like. And now I'm going to bring in our card base, and we're going to go and adhere this right on the top. And I'm going to bring in my bone folder just one more time. And then we will add this layer to our card base. I like to kind of tip it up and kind of hold it, get it as even as I can before I commit to pressing it down. Okay, let's bring back our little pieces here, and we are going to turn our tree over and add some dimensionals. I've added dimensionals to my tree, but I'm going to use my label for placement. So I'm just going to lay it right here because I want to make sure that my tree is below my label. So that should work fine. And then I'm going to place this, and I could place it about right here. And then I'm going to turn my label over and add dimensionals. I think 2 will be just fine. And we'll add that right up here on the corner, the right-hand corner. And then I'm going to bring in gold textured adhesive back dots. And this is a suite, so you can. It also comes with designer series paper. And I'm going to use small, medium, and large. And I'm going to use a large. And I'm going to place that embellishment right there. And I am not going to add any more embellishments, but you certainly could. And I'm going to show you week 1 card. This is a week 2 card. And so here I put a smaller embellishment, and here I use the larger one. So you can see that, which that you like the best. And then we started out with a simple card, and then I just put an extra layer. But I think the extra layer kind of adds to that. So this is a quick and easy Christmas card that you can make multiples of. This is week 2 of my Christmas card series. I'm using the same set, Peaceful Evergreens, for all 3 weeks. Plus, this is the bundle, the stamp set and dies that I'm using for my club. So I'm just using the bundle and the dies for my club. Anything that needs embossed, that will already be taken care of for you. Here is week 1 card, and here I did use the designer series paper that is that comes with this suite. Happy holidays. So week 1 and week 2. I hope you like these cards. If you would like to get a kit to make 2 of each of the cards that I make for my 3-week series. So that would be a total of 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs. Then place at least a $35 order with me now through Saturday, October the 24th. Or, excuse me, let's try that again. Saturday, October the 26th of 2024. There is information in the description.
All right. I hope you enjoyed week 2 of my Christmas card series, quick and easy. Week 1, week 2. I will be glad to send you a kit for to make 2 cards of each of my 3 weeks by placing an order with me. I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And have a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.